Are your students looking a little like this? Or like this? Is it stressing you out as a teacher to not have your students engaged?
Fear no more. Miss Linda and Miss Stephanie are here to give you the lesson pack of a lifetime.
With all the positive feedback received from students across our school, we've been asked to put together a package for you.
Focusing on the book Boy by Phil Cummings, our lesson pack will include a number of interactive literacy lessons, learning intentions, success criteria checklists, and an all-expenses-paid visit from Tracy Osland to give your students a personal introductory tutorial on sign language. Yes, that's right, all expenses paid.
Boy is a picture book that essentially allows the illustrations to tell the story of a war between a king and a dragon that is questioned by a young deaf boy that helps the battling parties stop to explain and reconcile what seems to be a simple misunderstanding and lack of healthy communication.
Our lessons will focus on critical literacy as we encourage students to question the text and address particular issues such as power and explore alternative stances in the book. Another heavy focus will be visual literacy as we support students to interpret, negotiate, and make meaning from the information presented through images in the text.
Here's a small snapshot of some of the visual and critical literacy questions that are included in our lesson pack.
Let's dive into Lesson 1 of 5 to really give you a taste of what you're in for.
The learning intention for this lesson is around getting the students to create a piece of writing that focuses on an alternative ending to the story Boy.
So in this lesson, we begin by taking the children on a picture walk before reading the book and asking the children to predict what they think the story is going to be about. By doing a picture walk at the beginning of the lesson, students are immersed and engaged in the images and interested to learn about what the book is going to be about.
After this, we encourage a shared reading of the book with students. Make sure to emphasise the onomatopoeias to enhance meaning and enjoyment during the read aloud. Discuss with students what onomatopoeias do to the reader's perception of the book and model how the bold font emphasises a change of tone when read aloud.
Wow! Students will be provided with the following snippet of the book. Students will be asked to continue writing the story from this point with a different theme and ending. Students can choose from the following themes, or they can create their own theme.
Ask students to use onomatopoeias throughout their writing. Students who need an extending activity could continue writing incorporating more than one theme and could also aim to make their story rhyme.
A key thinking routine that is utilised for introducing and exploring ideas in our lesson pack is see, think, wonder. This thinking strategy can be seen in each lesson when students are encouraged to think carefully about why something looks the way it does and why it is the way it is. This also provides links to visual and critical literacy.
All lessons in this lesson pack incorporate the 4 resources model, which are used to carefully analyse the text. This lesson incorporates this model in the following ways. Codebreaker. Students recognise visual, spatial and gestural cues through illustrations and the use of sign language. Text participant. Students make connections between the story Boy and their prior knowledge. Text user. Students understand how text features such as onomatopoeias impact the way that texts are read and are able to compare how this differs when read aloud. Text analyst. Students deal with and critically evaluate the ideological dimensions of the text by focusing on the different themes utilised throughout the book and then extend their knowledge of this by writing on with a different theme.
Students will be assessed using a number of different tools in our pack. Lesson 1 assessment includes an observation checklist that encourages teachers to rove around the classroom taking anecdotal notes and observing student drafts.
We haven't forgotten about English as an additional language or Indigenous learners either. We have included an inclusive lesson pack that allows these students to feel comfortable in your classroom. The deaf community resembles other ethnic and linguistic minority communities in that it forms a distinct subculture within the Australian community. The idea of exclusion and effective communication are major themes used throughout the book, as Boy uses a variety of tools including sign language to connect with those around him to facilitate awareness, acceptance and community inclusion.
EAL students may be able to relate to the many themes, as when they learnt a new language, they may have found that their peers misunderstood them, but when they developed an effective way of communicating, their friends began to understand. This is also an Indigenous link, as students may have also felt misunderstood, given their culture is sometimes misunderstood or overlooked.
Wow, right? And let me tell you, this could all be yours for $49.95. That's right, a whole visual and critical literacy lesson bundle, all yours for $49.95.
Seems too good to be true? Well, it's not. However, you better get in quick because our first 30 callers will be getting the whole lesson pack for $39.95. That's right, $10 off! So pick up the phone now and call 1-800-644-366.
That's 1-300-644-366.
Happy teaching!